This morning, the way the Department of Human Services processes and handles complaints is getting a makeover. And this morning, I'm joined in studio by Carol Kehoe, a spokesperson for DHS, to talk about some of those big changes and how this new system is going to make it easier and possibly even cheaper here. So good morning. Thank you for coming in and talking to us today. It's DHS, Department of Human Services, and basically what we're doing here is consolidating all sorts of different departments where people would call in to report abuse. Is that how that's working?
It is how it's working currently in the state. All 83 counties have their own intake process, but we are putting it in one location with one set of staff making those decisions.
And that location's here in Grand Rapids, or Grand Rapids Township anyway.
Yes, it is.
All the calls from the entire state are now going to go to one location, right?
Yes.
And why is that? Why are we doing this?
One, for ease of calling purposes, we have one number now instead of having 83 different numbers for the whole state. The other purpose is to have consistent decision making over counties so that we are making the same decisions no matter where you live in the state.
Okay, now what are the purposes, or what would I call into the number for? Why would I call DHS?
You would call it if you had concerns about abuse or neglect, both for children and adults. So if you saw somebody in a parking lot that was hitting their child and you felt it was abusive in nature, you would call our center.
And then you all would dispatch what you need to out to that location.
Right. Our agents take the complaints, they put the information into the computer, we determine what county that the case should go to, and we send it to that county for investigation.
And is this service going to be available 24 hours a day?
Yes, 24/7.
And let's get that number up here right away, because that is going to go into effect at 8 o'clock this morning.
Yes.
That's when all this happens here. And the number, it would be 855-444-3911. And that's for anywhere in the state. You would give them a call, right, to tell them about it?
Yes.
Or talk to a DHS worker, and then they would determine if there's any action that's necessary.
That's
right
correct.
There on the spot?
Yes. The worker takes all the information, they run it past their supervisor, and we, based on policy and law, make a decision about what we're doing. Whether it's going to be assigned or whether it's just going to be maintained in our database of information. This
streamlines the process and possibly makes it better for everybody that's involved here, so they can call the same place. But is there any kind of concern that maybe different regions would require different responses? Well, that's what we're trying to get away from. There's basically a set of information that we should be acting on no matter where it is in the state. So I think that has kind of been what it's been before, is each county's made their own decisions on complaints, but the state's trying to be very uniform in what it does for children and adults. All right, so bottom line here is, if you know of any abuse that's going on towards children or adults in any kind of fashion, you feel like it's something that needs to be looked into and reported, you would call the number that's on your screen right now, which is 855-444-3911. That goes into effect at 8 a.m. this morning, and then we'll just run 24/7 for perpetuity, probably. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in this morning, Carol. We appreciate your time, and good luck with the new system. Thank you very much.